New Thursday trading session. Let's take a look at how the global markets fared over the last 24 hours. Beginning with the United States, we have the S&P touching yet another record close. The Nasdaq also advanced. The S&P post yesterday's move is now up 58% since the March lows. The Nasdaq is up 75% since the March lows. No guess what stocks moved yesterday. It was Salesforce up 26%, Facebook and Netflix up 8.2 and 11.6% respectively. Apple continued to add 1.4%, Amazon advanced 2.8%, Microsoft climbed 2.1%. So you can really see that it's a tech rally that's fueling the US markets higher and higher. The Nasdaq closed the day 1.7% higher yesterday at 11,665, and the S&P a solid percent at 3,478. As of overnight, Dow futures lost only 25 points, hinting to maybe a muted start tomorrow, but we'll see how the futures pan out over the rest of the day. Both S&P and Nasdaq futures also were slightly lower, pointing to possibly a flattish open tomorrow. Let's remember in the US, the main headline, or the main trigger rather, is Jerome Powell's Fed speech tomorrow morning at 9:10 a.m. US Thursday time. So that'll be this evening for us. If we see some good commentary coming out of there in regards to stimulus and economic recovery, it could really send our markets on an upward trajectory as well. But coming down to Asia and how they're looking this morning, it's a bit mixed. They're also waiting for the US Fed statement from Jerome Powell. Japan, the Nikkei shed 0.2% in early trade. The Topix shed 0.3% during the same time. The Kospi slipped also 0.25%. Australian S&P was also marginally down. So overall, the MSCI ex-Japan traded just 0.1% higher, so barely any gains there at all. Now coming down to Europe, tech firms seem to be creeping up into the Europe rally as well. The Stoxx 600 yesterday closed up nearly 1%, with one of the largest upward closings we've seen in recent times. Market sentiment was helped in part by US durable goods orders surging 11.2% in July, smashing estimates. Over here, all your sectors ended in the positive territory yesterday, but tech shares led the gains with a 2% rise. Aveva was the top performer in the sector, climbing almost 10%. And this is on the back of a $5 billion deal announced to buy out SoftBank-backed US software firm OSIsoft. So that's how the EU market shaped up. Let's get you a quick check on oil and gold. Let's remember there's a storm coming towards the Gulf, which has shut down a lot of oil production. So prices are actually expected to remain fairly stable, although demand outlook continues to remain weak. Brent fell a meager 22 cents to $45.64 a barrel. WTI crude settled 4 cents higher, at $43.39 per barrel. And both benchmarks now settled at a 5-month high on Tuesday. Finally, gold finally recovering a little bit. We saw that sharp fall from 2080 levels to 1920 yesterday. Yesterday, gold rose 1% to $1,948 per ounce. And then US gold futures settled up 1.5% actually at $1,952 per ounce.